So we were at Paleo FX this weekend.
Paleo FX.
That was pretty cool. I had a good time.
I had some crickets.
We ate some cricket bars. That was pretty cool.
I had some special organic. Wait, was it organic beer? What was it?
It was gluten-free beer.
Gluten-free beer. Excuse me.
Yeah,
organic.
Get it right, man.
Organic beer. That would be awesome.
And then we tried to watch a few lectures, and we couldn't because we didn't have the expensive tickets.
No, we're not premium yet, guys. So if you want to be premium, go on over to iTunes, give us that 5 stars. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but seriously, head over to Better. Yeah, so Paleo FX was cool. I mean, we talked to Scott or Seth. About his supplement company. I can't remember the name of now.
It's called You Can.
Oh, you remember?
Yeah, I do.
You're plugging them for free?
No, I just said we talked to him. Seth was a nice guy. I can at least say we talked to his company. My goodness.
Seth was a nice guy. He looked at our T-shirts and was like, "Hey, let me talk to you."
He looked at your T-shirt. I really wish he looked at mine because mine had the Betterhumanology logo on it, but your T-shirt was something not Rogue. Quite as cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I always wear a Rogue T-shirt. It's because I bought like 100 of them a while back and still have them.
There you go.
And I didn't want to wear matching T-shirts. I thought that'd be weird.
I had to represent Betterhumanology.
Yeah.
Just try and get better.
And then we met up with the Barbell Shrugged guys.
Sure did.
Yeah. Met up with them at the conference and then watched UFC fights with them.
Yeah, they're cool guys.
That was cool. Yeah, we had a good time. AJ Roberts, you were sitting next to like the strongest man in the world.
Yeah, I had no idea
the entire time.
I had no idea. We left and he was like, "Did you know that guy? He's got some records." I was like, "What?" Dang.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was a good time, but would you recommend anyone else going to Paleo FX?
To me, Paleo FX was like going to like a high school science fair, but everything is not for show; it's for sale. Paleo FX was fun, and to be honest, if there wasn't so many free samples for everything, I don't know. I mean, but really, the free samples made it, and if we could have gotten into those talks, I mean, man, that one. I think the Barbell Shrug guy was talking about shamanism or something really cool. So if we could have gotten into that talk, that would have been really cool. But I don't know.
Yeah,
it wasn't exciting or anything.
Most hilarious
description.
Yeah, description of Paleo FX.
It was. Everybody had their little booths and they were showing off their little experiments. I felt like we were walking around. I felt like every single one could be an experiment.
We did get in for free though, so that was awesome. We had a friend hookup, so that was cool.
Thank you.
Not a Betterhumanology hookup, but a friend hookup. So that was cool.
But someday when they give us those 5 stars, we'll get it.
Yeah, 5 stars coming.
If you like the show, hook us up.
All right, man. So we're talking about nootropics today.
Faster than a speeding bullet.
I ran until my muscles burned and my veins pumped battery acid.
More powerful than a locomotive.
An idea is like a virus. Resilient. Highly contagious.
Able to leap tall buildings in a single bound.
All right, this week on the Betterhumanology podcast, Talon and I try out nootropics to see if it can make us a better human, or at least think better.
Oh, let's do it.
And so I guess we can go ahead and get it out of the way right now, what we took. Or should we talk about nootropics?
I think we can outline what nootropics are.
Yeah, people probably have no idea. I don't even know if we're saying it right. Are we saying it? Is it nootropics or... I'm pretty sure it's got to be nootropics, right?
Yeah, I think it's nootropics.
Yeah.
I had never heard of it, actually, until you brought it up to me like about a month back, 2 months back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, man, but I was super stoked when I heard about it. I mean, geez, let me read you the definition real quick. So nootropics are referred to as smart drugs, memory enhancers, neuro enhancers, cognitive enhancers, and intelligence enhancers. They're drugs, supplements, and functional foods that improve one or more aspects of mental function, such as working memory, motivation, and attention. Crazy stuff, man. When I heard that, I was like, what?
Yeah, I was really excited.
Cognitive enhancement? I'll take some.
I mean, I'm a productivity junkie, so like this was right up my alley. I really wanted to test it out and see what it's all about. So the big why on earth are we taking nootropics? Because my why is, I just said it, I'm a productivity junkie. I wanted to see if I could work better, faster, longer, whatever the case is. How about you, man? Why were you excited to take them?
My why was because when I saw the movie with Bradley Cooper, just on these crazy awesome pills that turned him into almost like a superhero, I was like, in the movie Limitless, I was like, oh my goodness, give me some of those.
And you thought this was it?
And I thought, when I read the description, I was like, this might be as close as I can get to that. So I was super stoked.
Yeah, and
why would you try it, right? With that description, why wouldn't you try it?
They do a pretty good job marketing. So the actual brand that we're taking is on it. It's called Alpha Brain Complete Earth Grown Nootropics. And we're not trying to be a product review company, but we've been having conversations lately that might end up kind of happening.
Right.
Unintentionally. Like, it's not our goal. And we don't receive any of this stuff for free because that gives us free reign to tell people whether or not it sucked. So
Right.
Or whether or not it's awesome.
Right. I mean, there's lots of companies out there that are producing things that claim to make you better or in some way or another, right? So, I mean, that's an easy route to go, but currently that's not where we're at.
All right, so we kind of know what this is supposed to help. It's supposed to help cognitive function, make us smarter, think better, be more productive. Other claims they have is that it's supposed to, what's the word? Evoke lucid dreaming.
Ooh.
Yeah, which is, I don't know, that's pretty exciting. So there's a lot of cool stuff nootropics can do. And I mean, they're natural, no caffeine. It's not like a stimulant, and it looks like it's a pretty solid product. I'm not trying to do a product review on them, but like if you do check out Alpha Brain by Onnit, I mean, they have everything going on except for maybe, I don't know, the product itself, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So before we started this experiment, man, what was kind of your thought on taking this earth-grown natural nootropics? What was your hypothesis for nootropics?
I mean, there's some data out there that says that this stuff works. I mean, even if it's not, I don't know, to the limitless kind of extent. I mean, I thought maybe I would get kind of a boost in energy and a boost kind of in just, I don't know, productive thinking. I don't know, maybe just like a quicker, I don't know, response time to certain thoughts. I don't know what I would have. I just kind of expected kind of a mental boost. So I mean, I really predicted that it was going to be, it was going to work just because of what I had read after you told me about it. What'd you think?
Yeah, man, I was thinking kind of something along the lines of like, I don't know, coffee, maybe a lot of coffee, just like extreme focus is what I was thinking that it would bring, and that was the main thing I was after in taking it. Because, I'm like I said, probably third time I've said it in the podcast, I'm a productivity junkie, and that was kind of what I thought it would do, is just kind of make me zone into whatever I was working on, whatever I was concentrating on, and that would be it.
That's what I mean. Like, when you get in the zone, like when you're working or you're just like reading, maybe even like, sometimes when you're reading, you're like forcing it. And the other times when you're reading, it's like you're in a zone. It's like flowing really well. I feel like maybe I would just get into one of those kind of zones. I don't know.
So I guess we could talk about whether or not you got in the zone. So the experiment itself, let's break it down. We took nootropics, Alpha Brain by Onnit for 2 weeks.
Right.
And both of us kind of journaled our results, and now we get to share them with you guys today. So we went in with a 2-week experiment and wanted to see exactly what would happen with taking nootropics. So, Talon, do you want to give your experience first?
Yeah, I'll go first. So
I have
mine,
quite a bit to say, so
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned lucid dreaming, so I really want to get into what you're going to talk about. So I'll try and knock mine out quick. But so mine was easy. I took 2 pills a day based on what the bottle said. It suggested 2 pills. And so I took 2 pills a day for the first, I don't know, was it 11 days? I didn't really notice results. I mean, I took it about midday. I felt like if I took it around the time when I kind of get in like my nap time, or wanting to nap time mode, I feel like that would have been.
Wait, do you have a nap time? Can we just clarify real quick?
No, I don't actually have a nap time. I wish.
My son has a nap time. He's 2.
No, gosh, no. But like, the feeling like you get like in the middle of the day when you really want to take a nap. I just call it the nap time mode feeling.
Right.
I don't know. Anyway, so I feel like if I took it around that time of the day, I'd experience a big boost because that's the time where I'm kind of on a lower, productive level anyway. So I took it around then, and for those first 11 days, I really didn't notice any change at all. Like really zero, nothing different at all. I thought maybe if I kept sticking with it though for the first days, that maybe it would build up. Kind of like when you take biotin or something like that, when it just builds up in your system and I don't know, it ends up working better the more often you take it. I thought maybe that's how it might go. So for the last 3 days though, I really changed it up because I was frustrated with my results, right? So for that 12th day, I took 3 because on the bottle it says, take up
don't
to 3.
Take more than 3.
Yeah, it says 3 is the maximum that it suggests to take. So I took 3 and I had nothing still, and I was just like, wow, this stuff is ridiculous. I mean, this stuff isn't cheap. I mean, it's 30 pills for one bottle for $30, something like that. So, I mean, I was really frustrated by this point. And so that 13th day, I'm getting close to the end, and I was like, well, I mean, I've still got more. I might as well, try a little further because we're gonna do a review on it. I want to give you listeners, the best, the best opportunity for the test I can do. So I took 3 on that 13th day, and then about an hour later, I took another 3, seeing if maybe it'd be like a double dosage would really, really boost my, mental focus, right? And then so I had absolutely nothing still. And crazy. I don't know if I've got like a tolerance to vitamin B. I don't know what the heck is going on.
So you're 6 pills in.
6 pills in.
Nothing.
Right. No, nothing. But so the next day, I've still got, plenty. I'm like, what the heck? I might as well. I mean, this is this is the last day. This is it. This is better humanology. I want to go all in for you guys. So you don't have to take more than the prescribed amount or try to try and get effects, because in my case, I went all in, took 9 pills on that last day, and still no effects that I noticed in mental sharpness at all. I mean, I thought absolutely ridiculous that I had 0 effects on something that has so many testimonials, kind of, for how.
And you weren't anti nootropics.
No, not at all.
We kind of heard that at the beginning, but I'm just making sure you didn't have any negative feelings towards it.
I was really excited about it, and I was pumped for it, man. I mean, I was really like, I expected, some kind of really acuity kind of to have, I mean, anyway. So the one thing I will say though is that, for, I guess, a few hours after, I will note that I was in a good mood. But I mean, geez, I'm usually in a good mood. I mean, I can note that it was probably in my journal. It was an exceptionally good mood for like the next 4 hours, probably after I took it. But I mean, geez, that's not really out of the ordinary to happen, 3 or 4, maybe 5 times a week, right? I mean, I'm usually pretty happy-go-lucky guy.
Slight possibility that it could have increased.
There's a possibility. Possibility that it could have increased my mood, which is the only thing I would have noticed. And I wasn't tracking that necessarily. I just marked it down in the journal.
Okay.
So that's what I got. What do you got, man? Tell me tell me how.
I kind of went all over the place. Like, I never took 9, but I did.
I know it's extreme. Yeah.
I did go through the product, taking the pills, and so it came in the mail a few weeks ago, and I took. As soon as it got there, I was like, I don't want to. It was like 5 o'clock in the afternoon or something, and I was like, well, I don't want to mess around. Like, let's get started. So I took like 2 or 3 pills, and I had an unbelievable amount of focus.
What?
Like, I
really?
couldn't. I couldn't concentrate on anything. I'm not a multitasker. Like, my wife knows this. I'm just like, I'm very one-track mind kind of guy, and so. And I don't know what it was, but like the first time I took them, like, I was like, I couldn't focus on anything else. And so I had my mind was thinking one thing. I couldn't break focus to think of new things. So like complete opposite of you at first. I was like, wow, this is ridiculous. I remember I texted you. I was like, dude, I'm not taking this stuff around my family.
Right. I remember you telling me that. And I really expected, like, man, I was like, wow. I thought mine went, I was like, this should be working really great now for me.
Yeah. And so
I was so jealous.
that was my initial response. And then I was like, this stuff is awesome. And so
Yeah.
actually, I took 2 pills the first time. And then the next day I woke up, did my little morning routine. And then I was like, I'm going to really amplify this stuff. So I had like a huge cup of coffee. And then I took 3, and I was like, I'm just going to be like Superman today. And I didn't feel any different at all the second time I took it. I was just like,
Okay.
I mean, this isn't really, like, I have coffee every morning. I was like, I don't really notice a difference. And then, so long story short, I started going through different kind of trials of it. I was like, okay, so if I'm all hopped up on caffeine, then the nootropics don't seem to work. But when I took it like later in the day, it seemed to really work. And so that's when I started to try to use them most. Is like when midday, if I was like working and like starting to lose focus or interest or whatever, I would try and take them.
Right.
And I really feel like it's hit or miss. I feel like some days it would like make me focus a little bit, but never like it did the first day, make me focus a little bit more. And then some days I'd be like, did I take them? I can't remember. Like it's completely different. So once the focus kind of like, I realized I wasn't going to hit that first day high again. I started focusing on the lucid dreaming part of taking nootropics. And so you're supposed to, that's one of the things that it can do or claims to do is lucid dreaming. And I was really excited about that because I like never dream, like period, dot, like I don't dream.
Right.
And so I did exactly like it said on the bottle. It said if you want to experience lucid dreaming, I think it was like take it 4 to 6 hours before bedtime. And so I took it exactly like it said, or if that's not what it says in the bottle, I did whatever it said on the bottle. And yeah, the first night I don't think I had anything, but like the next couple nights I started to have some crazy dreams. I told you like I had a dream about like the snake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you remember me telling me about that dream?
Yeah, I didn't know that was a lucid dream.
Yeah, so like I guess I have to tell everybody else about the dream now.
Yeah.
I mean, so there's like this snake coming to attack me and my family. And then let's see if I can remember everything that happened. Yeah, so then I knew my family was safe, but I knew I had to battle the snake. And so the snake came up, trying to bite me and stuff, but then he got stuck up against the wall. And then I shot him in the head with a 9mm I all of a sudden had in my hand. And so stuff got crazy. It got lucid, if you will.
And you never dream.
Yeah, like I'm sure that everyone dreams or whatever, but like I never remember my dreams at least, and I was starting to remember my dreams. That one I remember vividly because that was the first night, but I remember I had the next couple nights I had more lucid dreams. I just at this moment I can't recall them 100%, but it did work for that for sure. Lucid dreaming.
Yeah. Wow. That's exciting for me. See, now I really wish I took them, in the evening.
Well, I mean, it's never too late. You probably we bought quite a large supply. You probably have some more. Right.
Yeah. I mean, for me though, I'm excited to hear that made a big difference in your dreaming. For me, lucid dreaming is a big passion of mine. I mean, so it's not an uncommon thing for me because I've practiced it a lot. But man, I really, since it had such a big effect on you, now I feel like it would really boost that, the chances. But wow, man, that's exciting to hear. So I bet our I guess approvals, disapprovals are going to be a little bit different here.
Well. Yeah, I'm really torn on that. I mean, because if you look at their website, they have legitimate like clinical trials. Like Joe Rogan backs the product, and Graham Holmberg, and like all these top dudes. And it's got.
I mean, you did say that some days you didn't feel anything.
That's very true. That's why like I've been torn about it the whole time. I've been thinking like, am I going to approve it, disprove it? I think we all know where you're headed, right?
Well, I mean, it sounds like to me maybe just the consistency and maybe each tablet's different. I don't know, man. For me, if we want to go ahead and get to it, I'm absolutely going to disapprove it because for me, I felt nothing. I mean, geez, taking 3 times the max dosage. I mean, for even if that was one day, I still think that I went above and beyond to really put this stuff to the test for my body at least, and it really just didn't have any effect for me at all. And so, I mean, I really don't care how many positive trials they had. I tried everything I could with this stuff, and it really, It really just, I mean, maybe it was the time of day I was taking it because I really didn't try for lucid dreaming or in the evening. But I mean, geez, for that much and that amount of time, it just didn't do anything for me. So of course, yeah, disapproval for me. But I'm really excited to hear what you have to say now because you're just kind of iffy.
Well, let's see. The first day, I mean, in all honesty, the first day was the only day of the 2-week trial where I felt like I should have felt every time I took them.
Right. Well, was there anything else that first day that nothing else that you knew of while you were journaling that day?
You mean nothing else that could have increased my focus?
Yeah, like nothing else that could have made that first day.
No, man. I mean, by the end of the day, my brain's normally pretty shot. So, like,
yeah,
it's surprising to actually get that amount of focus at the end of the day. So I completely give nootropics the benefit on that one. But I don't know. The rest of the time, so the way I look at it is the lucid dreaming is cool, right? I mean, I really felt like it worked in that regard. But at the same time, lucid dreaming doesn't benefit me that much.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
It can. We're gonna have to have an experiment on this one of these days because I think there are lots of benefits and positives to your life and just your daily life. By lucid dreaming and being able to affect your dreams and have a positive, outcome, basically from every dream you have.
Well, you set that experiment up, and I'll do it.
All right, we'll have to knock that one out pretty soon.
Okay, so yeah, the first day was awesome. Lucid dreaming was cool, but the other days I felt like, a mild level of focus, but nothing that couldn't be supplemented with a cup of coffee. But I'm sure nootropics are healthier than having a cup of coffee in the middle of the day.
All right, we need to read the ingredients, don't we?
If you want to, go ahead. I don't have them listed. Do you?
Oh yeah, some of these are very difficult to say.
I know AC11's in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna read any of them off, or?
Vitamin B6, AC11, something they have called the On It Flow blend, which I mean,
and then I'm not a handful of things I can't pronounce.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. They have a couple of their blends, which are basically supposed to be these all natural, earth grown type of ingredients.
It's non-GMO,
right? Yeah, that's why I felt like taking 9 wouldn't be such a big deal, man. It's natural stuff. I really didn't have too much of a worry. I thought, I really don't want our listeners to be having to try this. So
you did ask me if you're gonna die.
I did.
You took 9, then you asked me if you're gonna die.
I did.
After the fact.
Well, I felt like I had a problem taking 9 pills at one time.
That's a lot of pills.
It's a lot of pills. I mean, of course, like one of them's gonna get stuck a little bit, just enough where you feel it for like 30 minutes. I hate that feeling.
What feeling? I don't.
That feeling where you didn't swallow the last pill good enough.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Like it'll last a little while until you drink enough water.
Hold on, I'm doing some reading real quick.
Yeah.
Because I just want to. So it boosts neurotransmitters, and there are a lot of different neurotransmitters in the brain. Basically hormones for the brain.
Yep. Mood.
So self-perceived states such as attention, mood, focus, and awareness are highly dependent on the relative levels of neurotransmitter production. So
maybe I need to put an asterisk.
Yeah, are you going to disapprove all of those?
Next to my disapproval. Well,
I'm not trying to make you change your mind. I just want to go.
Fair enough. Because I did point out that mood. I noted in my journal because it was an exceptionally good mood. I mean, I'm not saying like, geez, my favorite team won a Super Bowl mood, but it was like just a good mood where I didn't notice any more productivity about it. Just like, yeah, I was just feeling very, content and happy. I don't know, but like I said, that's something that's so common already. I mean, okay, sure. I think I could put an asterisk next to my disapproval and say, if you are ever, no, I don't suggest that you take 9 pills to feel an exceptionally good mood ever. So I'm staying with my disapproval. Never mind.
Okay, what about this one?
9 pills is not worth feeling just a little bit more happiness, maybe.
So the stuff you're taking, it includes a combination of natural stress management compounds that have been shown to help buffer the brain from stress and provide an overall calming effect. Anything?
Calming effect? No.
No. Mm-mm. Okay. Well,
Mood was really the only thing. I mean, we talked about like in meditation where you just try to stay attuned to your body and how your body's feeling. And I really tried to do that while I was taking this stuff to see if my body was feeling, anything outside of the norm. I mean, like I said, I self-reflect all the time, and that includes, just trying to feel what's like, to be me. And so knowing that coming in, I mean, I really tried to see if I could feel a difference and I just couldn't. And I really, that one time on that last journal day, taking 9 pills, I just can't, I can't suggest anybody to take that just to feel a little bit more, maybe happiness.
All right, man, you're disapproved. And I guess I'll finally get to mine. I'm ultimately going to disapprove it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, lucid dreaming was really cool. The first day was awesome. The rest of the days were kind of hit or miss, mild focus here and there.
Well, lucid dreaming takes practice,
Yeah, but the only reason I disapprove it is because I look at it as this costs $30-something bucks for a month, right?
Right.
And so
it's just for 1 pill a month, right?
Yeah, I don't know what it works out to. Like,
See,
I know a bottle costs like $30 and it's supposed to last. How many pills are in there? I don't remember.
I don't know either.
Anyway,
it's 30 capsules in each bottle. Yeah. So
if you were you're supposed to take 1 to 3 a day. So technically, it could last for a month. Technically.
Okay. Technically, it could. Okay.
So it could last for half a month. So let's say, am I willing to spend $60 to $70 a month for this stuff?
For me, it could maybe last 3 days.
Yes.
Am I willing to spend? Oh, geez, I'm not even gonna try and do that math. That's astronomical. To try and maintain a maybe on a exceptionally good feeling.
Because to me it's a supplement. So like whenever I take a supplement, whether it's fish oil or protein or whatever, I look at it, is it worth the cost per month? And most of the time it is. And this isn't a supplement I could add to my daily life and be happy about spending that amount of money and seeing like marginal results. Maybe something I buy and keep in the cabinet and like only pull out when I feel like I really need focus. That's probably how most people use it. I could do that, but I'm ultimately going to go with a disapproval.
Yeah.
So
yeah, well, that's a solid disapproval all the way. Is it the very first one?
I think we've disapproved other things, but not together.
I think not together. I think this is the very first solid all the way across the board disapproval from betterhumanology.
Folks, you heard it here first.
Don't listen to them.
Nootropics disapproved. Probably get contacted by Onnit asking us to do a secondary review.
Probably.
That's fine. Send us some free bottles and we will gladly approve your product. Totally kidding. Betterhumanology will stay pure forever.
Yeah, disapproved.
Anyway, so that's it, man. That is the podcast on Nootropics. You have anything else to say about that one?
No, really excited, really disappointed in the end.
All right.
That's basically what it comes down to.
All right, so that's it. See you guys next time.
Hey, well, before we go, could we ask him for a favor?
You go ahead and ask for a favor.
Hey, guys. So if you like the show, you can really help us out. If you go to YouTube, give us 5-star rating. We'd really, really appreciate it.
You said go to YouTube.
YouTube? Did I say go to YouTube? Go to iTunes, give us a 5-star rating. Thanks for catching that, Jared. We'd really appreciate it, guys. Thanks.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to the Betterhumanology podcast. If you want to know about any of the resources we talked about, head on over to betterhumanology.com and check out the podcast show notes. Likewise, we have betterhumanology.com/toolbox where you can find every resource that we've ever talked about on the podcast. So go check it out. Until next time, here's to becoming a better human.
Your best. Losers always whine about their best.